class, welcome to week 3 of developmental psychology. I've got a couple announcements and reminders for this week. First of all, D2L and I have been not getting along very well this week, especially with these quizzes. So I'm sorry to those of you who have had some issues with it this week. I've been having issues with it too, so we're just going to have to deal with that. I'm trying to work it out. And I'm doing the best I can. So the whole D2L grading it for you is a little new to me, so I'm trying to work out some of the kinks. So bear with me on that, and we'll see if I might be changing the quizzes and the formatting of the quizzes throughout the semester, and just to kind of see what works. So for now, they'll still be the fill in the blanks like they were this past week. So with those, this last week I went back through each one and regraded them because D2L was having some issues with that. So many of you have gotten points back for those, so check your scores again, and I gave a lot of points back, or a few points back to a lot of people. So check that out and see your new scores for those. Like I said, future quizzes might look a little bit different. Since the fill in the blank is a little iffy, you have to get all the characters exactly right for it to be right, and so that kind of makes it difficult to get exactly what I'm looking for. But for future reference, I take those questions almost directly out of the text, so make sure that you're reading and you can get most of those answers directly from the text. And then also there were a few people with spelling errors. Now I gave you the points back this time, but in the future make sure that you double check spelling on your answers. There is a spell check in D2L in the quizzes. I think it's a little box you can click for each answer. So make sure you check that because D2L does automatically count it wrong if it's spelled wrong. And so just make sure you use that spell check. Colin and I will have your essay questions graded throughout this week, so be checking up for your scores on those as well. Make sure for this next week, the quiz will be over not only your text, but also the TED Talks that I've posted online. So make sure that you watch those two. I put 2 up there. Watch those 2 TED Talks for this week because you will be quizzed over those. And then the last thing is the SONA pre-screener. So you have to do the SONA, the research experience. You can do it all online. All your studies can be online. But in order to get credit for the pre-screener, make sure that you finish that by this Friday, September 4th. Okay, so everything else for this class is due on Saturdays by 5. This pre-screener is due on Friday by 5. So make sure you get that done. If you have any questions about how to sign up for SONA, I've got all of that information on D2L, or you can ask me in my office hours or by email. Another thing about that, I've been getting a lot of emails this week, and that's fine, but I get probably 100 a day, not just from the class, but from a lot of different things. So there's a really good chance that either it'll get lost in my email, or that I will think, I'm going to come back to this because I don't have time right now to respond, and then it just kind of gets buried in with all the other emails that I'm getting throughout the day. So if you have something, you're welcome to email me, but if I don't respond, either email me again, but I really would prefer that people ask questions during my virtual office hours or Colin's virtual office hours. So those times are on D2L, and it's just the D2L chat room on there. So if you have questions for the class, please feel free to visit me or Colin in our office hours. All right, I hope you have a good week 3, and I'll see you guys next week.